Flix with the Hicks, where we tell you about the movies. We tell you if they're great or if they really stink. Now it's time to start the show. Yeah, now it's time to go. Guess what? It's Flix with the Hicks.
Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Flix with the Hicks. I'm Greg, this is my lovely wife Janet, and right here on this show that we put up every week, we make total fools out of ourselves, but we have a good time doing it. Every week we review 2 films that we watched that week on DVD. We review the best film that we watched that week and the worst film. Sometimes the worst film isn't all that bad. Like today. This week, I got tasked with picking the worst film of the week, and the film that I chose was 50 First Dates.
Oh, yeah.
Starring Adam Sandler, Drew Barrymore, and what's his name? Rob Schneider.
Okay.
Now, 50 First Dates kind of revolves around Adam Sandler, who is a veterinarian, and he falls in love with this girl that he sees at first glance in a little cafe by the beach. Well, it turns out she has short-term memory loss and she can never remember what happened the day before.
Right.
So Adam Sandler doesn't realize this at first, so he tries to woo her and has a great, first meeting with her and everything, and he slowly growing accustomed to being with her and everything, and the next day she doesn't remember him at all.
Right.
So then he finds out from her family that she's had an accident, and she...
From the clerks, everybody knows that she's got this condition.
Yeah, and so everybody's kind of really watching out for her. Everybody loves this girl. And she's played by Drew Barrymore, of course. But my problem with this film, it reminds me too much of Groundhog Day. It's the same scene over and over again. You wake up the next morning and she doesn't remember you. You have to try to woo her again, and you never get past that first date. Mm-hmm. And they do eventually, of course, find ways of getting past that point. But it reminded me so much of Groundhog Day. And Groundhog Day, which was a really funny film, just really annoyed me because it was just over and over again. I mean, they could have. I wish they would have. Groundhog Day could have been 15 minutes long to just show me what happens one time instead of every single time. But in this film, Drew Barrymore is very pleasant to watch. Adam Sandler is very pleasant to watch. In some of his films, he can be really annoying. But in this film, he was actually, I thought, pretty good.
Yeah, he's almost normal.
And Rob Schneider plays his usual over-the-top type of character. He was wonderful in this film. But overall, I think the film suffered for me just because it was so monotonous, just over and over and over again.
That was the whole idea, and if there was going to be a change every time. Yeah, It was pretty, all right, we already saw this part. Saw this part again. Saw this part again. It's the same thing over and over. Okay, it's going to vary a little bit. Okay. Can't you do something better than that? That's what I'm saying. Because, I go, come on. Nobody in their right mind would ever do this for a girl. Not even Greg. Okay?
Like, I'm so desperate? Okay. Anyhow. This film came out in 2004, had a budget of $75 million. It grossed $198,500,000.
Really?
So
it
was a small blockbuster. I'll tell you why. Because people love Adam Sandler, and he has a huge following.
And Drew.
Yes.
Drew. And it was cute, okay? And it was probably done on every family channel. It's a very good movie for all ages. That makes a big difference when you put out a movie.
Well, I look at a lot of Adam Sandler films, kind of like in high school, they teach you to write the 5-page essay or 5-paragraph essay. And we'll see, and it's basically you do this, the opening paragraph, 3 body.
What about it?
Well, that's the way Adam Sandler's films are. They're all kind of the same.
You got your start, your beginning, and your end.
Yeah, I mean, they're all kind of comedies, funny comedies, but they're just
the same thing.
Blah. There's always a few really funny parts, but overall you think, it was worth my, 12 bucks.
Seen them once, you've seen them 1,000 times.
Yeah. I mean,
Pretty
there's been a
much.
few that have not been like that. But anyhow, overall, I would give 50 First Dates. I'd give it a 60 out of 100. 60 out of 100, which is, you know, it was enjoyable to watch once, but I probably wouldn't watch it again.
Well, I don't know if I saw every scene every time they went back. I know she beat up one guy and that, yeah. But I mean, I went ahead and went to the bathroom and got my soda or whatever I wanted because I knew it's going to be the same thing again. So
okay.
Anyway, I'll give it 55. The bugs are killing me though. 55, all right, on that one.
All right.
All right,
and this week Janet got to pick the best movie of the week, and would you like to reveal what your movie is?
All right, Captain Phillips, Tom Hanks. True story, y'all. The Maersk, Alabama ship was hijacked by Somalian pirates. And thing is, the whole route and the whole situation was like kind of sketchy to begin with. Okay, there is litigation even to this day about this. This happened in April 2009. The movie came out in 2013. The whole incident was April 2009. And the budget for the movie was $55 million. They made $220 million.
Wow.
And count on it grossing some more because it's still under some legal issues. All right, some of the crew members are suing the company, and anyway, whatever, I don't know exactly, but the story goes that they were hijacked by Somalian drug dealers. These Somalians were working for a cartel, big to-do people. They took over the ship, wanted a bunch of money, keeping them kidnapped. Captain Phillips talked them down and went on to another little lifeboat, and all this stuff is really intense. The story's cool.
Yeah, it was.
I like the story.
It was.
And the critics gave it pretty good reviews. I liked it. It's for reals. And they're saying some of the movie facts aren't correct. Well, they never are.
Yeah.
But I liked the movie.
I did
and
too.
I do like Tom Hanks in the role. He's you know, you see him in this type of role, you know, all the time. Very level-headed, keeps us cool, and stress type things, you know. But the real guy, I can be. I mean, like I'm.
Nerves of steel.
Yeah. I'm going like, wow.
Well, one of the things that I really liked about this movie is we were actually over-the-road truck drivers at the time that this event happened, and there was a lot of events like this happening with Somalian pirates overtaking vessels, shipping lanes. And in my mind, because I have a little bitty brain, I'm thinking of, when they said Somalian pirates, I'm thinking of, oh, they've got a ship like the Black Pearl, you know. No, I had no idea that their vessels, their boats, they look like big giant rowboats with engines, you know. They were very tiny boats. They were fast. But it gave me a real sense of that entire era of what was happening in the shipping lanes. Because in my mind, you think pirates, you think, you know, guys walking around with a hook on the arm and a patch over the eye. No, it's nothing like that. And at times, I sympathized with some of the pirates. I could understand why they were doing. Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
When we were working in trucking, there's Somalian truckers that were subsidized with the U.S. and brought over, and they were driving, and you know, yeah, they worked for our company, and the company got subsidized for it. But you know, like they do desperate things just like anybody else.
Yeah.
If you're going to be that destitute, you're trying to, and you're being threatened, your family will be killed unless you do this type of thing. And that's obvious.
Yeah.
The same with the border crisis. That's the same with a lot of people. Even like if you're kidnapped, I'm going to kill your wife unless you do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to kill your kids unless you do this. There's a lot of blackmail, kidnapping, and stuff like that. And when they're told by the cartel or their big boss that your family will be great if you do this, your family will be set in gold forever. You know, or you know they're starving.
Mm-hmm.
What are they, you know, they're desperate, and you know.
Now,
You know, it's awful.
one of the more unusual things about this film for me was that Tom Hanks was really the only big role that I recognized, you know, as being Tom Hanks. Everybody else, pretty much, I had never seen in a film before. May not see him ever again in a film, but overall, the acting was really good throughout the entire cast.
Actually, one of the other actors, the Somalian actors, I have seen again.
Really?
But yeah, but you know, it was a good movie and it's realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel bad for the people in the situation. I feel bad that the people that were injured and killed and all that. And I'm glad they put this out because it gives you the idea. It questions what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, all right, this really happened. This happens in real world.
Yeah.
And it's not just like, oh, let's do a Disney movie. Like, well, this is a good flick.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it.
So overall, what would you give your film this week?
I give it 86, 85, 86. I liked it, and I'll watch it again because I want to know more details, and I'll do some more research just because I heard there's some stuff going on with the facts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sorry for the Captain Phillips because he was under. Oh, I mean, what was he at cahoots with them? I don't think so. But they're trying to like have lawsuits against him. What are you going to do in your? I'm going like go ahead and kill everybody. See y'all.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't do that.
I would give your film the same exact score.
Really?
85, 86, right in that range. Yeah. It was a good film. I wouldn't consider it a great film.
Right.
But it was not only an enjoyable film to watch, but it was very informative as to what was going on those vessels at that time period. So, anyhow, it's worth watching, guys.
Yeah. I still have questions, you know, but I like the movie. I like the truth, you know, real stuff. I like the real stuff too.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, it's getting dark on us, so we better say bye to you guys. But go out and enjoy a good film. And be kind to your family and have a great day. We'll talk at you later. Bye-bye.